Okay. Let's get this stuff back on. Hello. Hey! Hiya, Bexy! Woo! 11 people, hello! Alright. Oh, had to do a quick message here. My spouse, just, yay! Hello, all! Oh, thanks for the follows, and thanks everybody else who followed me over this last week. Oh, thank you all for the follows. Yeah, so just like I need to find some place to put these. Let's put it in my overfull box over here. You know, one of these days I am going to take some time and just sit down and go through this thing and actually, you know, organize it with like maybe some shulker boxes of various things. Yes. And thank everybody for the follows. Let's see what everybody we got right now is the Furiel 25, Black Echo, Victor Winter. Thanks for the hosted streams. Hey, Dark. All right. Let's see. Did I overpat? Nope. I'm still going down. Here we go. Yeah, we're currently doing our redoing the tunnel here for going down to Cloud City and the Jedi Temple from Lapeter and Kay. Spider and I came up with this idea of making the tunnel look like it's, you know, got kind of a cloudy fog effect below. Oh, plans for today. I got a couple tunnels that I need to do a little work on. So I thought maybe I'd do some of that. And maybe do some restocking at Pest Place. Yeah, this one here we're not really going to be bothering doing much to, because we really don't use this entrance anymore. Yeah, and this one I just need to do a little bit of spruce up here, make it look a little nicer. Though I do know here I am going to do some work on this one in that believe it's either here or here. I wonder if it got closed off. I know for a while one of our neighbors, Zarius, his portal was just right up here. I was thinking of doing some fixing to kind of open up and put a stairway up so he can get to his portal, but I don't know. It looks like it might have been moved or something. The mini map I'm using is, I believe, Voxel. But yeah, this one here I need to fix up a little bit. I figured I'll just kind of, I can't really shift it over more. That's a lot of tunnel to fix to do that. So I figured I might just, spruce up this little opening area here, make it look a little bit, fit it in more. Make it look nicer that way. Probably just some hay bales. Yeah, it's a pretty good one. I like the little mini map. It lets me see where I'm at. Very handy in the end because I get motion sick, something horrible. But being able to see where I'm at landmass wise, and then having in the in the lower area right below there with the with my my cords really helps as well. But yeah, gotta breed up sheep and whatnot and stuff to so we can finish the walls and stuff here and get this area all fixed up, because we need a lot more glass, because we got to put the next layer on for the fog effect we're doing, and then we got to do the walls. But we got it here. It's going to go all the way back. We need some more concrete, but it's going to go all the way back to here, which will also encompass this portal back here, which is the one that goes to Lapeter's Jedi Temple for the rest of the Star Wars build area. But because our tunnels are literally overlapping each other with Cloud City and the Jedi Temple, we're just going to kind of put it all together and make one big hub for us. But yes, so could do a little bit of a tour if people would like. I mean, I just finished setting up the new villager trader up here. I'm going to be doing some decorations to make the middle area look really nice, like a nice walkway. But we set it up so that it looks like it's a bunch of shops. They actually have their little beds and stuff up above. And then each ones are color coded. We got our butchers is red. Farmers are green. Our librarians are purple. Orange is a Fletcher. Purple is the priest. Aqua is our cartographer, and blue is the fisherman. We got pink for leather. Yellow is the looms, and then blue is our masons. Going to lurch. All right. See you, origami. But yeah, and then this is our new farm area that we've set up in here. I'm breeding cows. It's not a fancy setup, but we just kind of come in here and just, if I could stop doing that. Usually I'm pretty good at this. And the babies all come down. And this is our cactus farm for our snow. This is where I have chickens that I just use for meat. Just take their eggs and throw them at the targets. Can you light up all four at the same time? This here for I do is a double duty here. This one is my cocoa bean farm, as well as the chicken farm for just the eggs. Our sheep. We got all our different colors. Fields. Just some flowers over there. I'm going to be adding in a little bee apiary, and we're going to have we're moving up our melon and pumpkin farm up to here as well in this area somewhere. And then that's bone meal. I tend to put like a huge bulk amount of leaves and stuff up here, so got a double chest. And then we come out here. This is the kelp farm, which then I just pick up and then head across. This is our old kelp farm here. We're going to be moving this one out since we put in the bare one over there. This one's our sugar cane. We got a little mushroom farm here, mostly because we just didn't know what else to put in the space. Up here is our smelting room. This particular array we got set up isn't working too well, so we're definitely going to do a different one next season. But we just can't be bothered to do, to rip it all out and re-put it together. But yeah, it's not working all that well. Hello! Thanks for the follow! But, it's okay. It works alright. At least gets the job done. Over here is our concrete area. We basically we'll fill in this plus the sides here with powder, and then we hit the button in the middle. That drops the water, turns it all to concrete. We just mine it. And then over here we have our basalt. Just stand here. And then, it ends up in here. Let's see, what else of interest? We got our bamboo. The garbage disposal. It's not a pressing room, but this is our current little chest monster. Most of this will get put away once we finish up, because a lot of this is my old apiary and other stuff that I'm rebuilding up here. These are some of my various banners that I'm working on that I'll be some of them I'll be adding to the shop. Some of them, like these ones here, I did for the coconutties. This is our storage room. Most of it's all manual. We just have marked chests, and we just go put things in them. This is our only auto sort. It's just this one small area that's just for really big amounts of bulk things like all the wood and stone. But everything else we just do manually. And then, let's see, the other projects that's going on here in Cloud City. Go up this way. This is the casino. It will be a completely functioning one once Spider's done with it. She's still working on it. She had a little bit of a setback when the roulette table design that she was going to do that she's used before isn't going to work because of changes that they've made with armor stands and how they interact with the mine carts. But yeah, this is like the one-armed bandits. You know, just hit the button. It does things. Or either that or these are the tellers. I'm not sure. I can't remember what's what. But she's going to have various things with coins and all that stuff. And then we have open area here that goes out. There's more room over here for stuff. We're planning on putting in a race horse racing car area, a racehorse thing. We actually got like 4 skeleton horses, so we're going to use those as our racing steeds here. And then up here, we'll be heading into the other area, which is going to be sort of a center garden and towers that'll be rising up here over the top of Cloud City. So, yeah. There we go, Cloud City, which is so big, I cannot get the whole thing to render in. This thing's huge. Yeah, I had recently ended up taking a few things down over at the this area here, which is going to be the Tatooine. I wasn't happy with some of the designs, so I took down Maz's place. It's going to be changed up a bit, and then I need to repair this. This is my record farm. Random creeper explosion ended up destroying most of the farm, so I got to repair it. And then this is going to get moved up to Cloud City, which is our melon and pumpkin farm, which is currently filled with husks for some reason. Oh, great, and they've gotten it to stop. Of course they have. Well, at least this is usually an easy fix. Ah. There we go. That explains why it hasn't filled up for a bit. I mean, I haven't been too worried about it because, you know, again, we're moving things. But then I just got to get the rest of the buildings put in and finish up a few others. It's like this area isn't actually going to take me all that long. It's been mostly just resource gathering and the fact that I moved our villager trader that we had here up to Cloud City. So this is going to go, you know, this is going to now become something else because I didn't really like the building I had here. It really didn't. I didn't like the look of it. It didn't come out the way I want it. And there are llamas here. There are not llamas here. Yes, so just need to gather some stuff for the fixing of the one tunnel. So it looks like the other tunnel I was going to repair seems to have disappeared, so I have no idea what's going on with that one. But I got hay bales somewhere. Let's see. If I have some hay bales, they'd be over here, I would think. If not, I got a whole field of hay. Alright, that's just seed for some reason at the moment. Okay, not very useful. Alright. unicorns! Yeah, what llamas? There were no llamas. I didn't just put a head of one on our portal. No, not at all. No, not one bit. Never. I mean, you know, what would you expect? They were unattended. I do have to say, I can't wait till everyone's caught up with the new updates. I've been playing with some of the 1.17, and it's just really nice. Seriously, anybody else been playing on it at all? Love the sound of just placing stuff in Minecraft. It almost becomes like a tune, you know? Get it going. Like I could just take the sounds, especially with the new amethyst blocks. I swear to God, I can just do a Minecraft block mix. Well, some of the best parts is, again, as I just said, the amethyst. Oh my God, it's so musical. Destroying them is musical. Placing them is musical. Walking on them is musical. It's just, oh my God. There's like little bits of things, like they've improved some of the stuff. You can make fireworks in the crafting bench now. You don't have to memorize all of it. You can just pick it from the menu and stuff, so you don't have to go hunting for it. A lot of the new blocks are really quite pretty, and while they say they haven't done much in the way of the changes for the caves, there is actually quite a bit of a difference in how the caves have been loading in the 1.17 before the new update coming up with 18 this winter. You know, so there is quite a few differences going on. You know, just with how they load, and I think they've been loading a lot better. And it's certainly been more interesting. Hell, it's been a lot more fun with the new blocks and other things to find. Caving has actually been more fun. You know, I haven't actually been tempted just to go sink a mine shaft and go do my branch mine like I normally do and just ignore all the mobs. It's actually been quite a bit of fun just caving again, which I have not had fun with in ages. You know, caving's been frankly kind of a chore. Kitty. So, it's been a lot of fun. The new blocks, again, are just gorgeous and so useful, too. They blended so well. I really like how they blend in. And one of the things I actually like, I mean, I know I've been seeing a lot of people been complaining about it, going like either, you know, they got to get used to it or, you know, they don't like it with the new shapes to the ores. I actually really like it. I mean, being basically part of the colorblind crowd, you know, the new ore way they're put together and stuff really are. It's so much easier to tell what's what, especially when it's dark and you're not seeing a whole lot. It's just really nice. Any more wheat? I have more wheat in here. And I noticed that they had red carpet, so I'll go grab some red. Where's the red? Where's the red? Red, red, red. There you are. Shouldn't need more than that. Oh yeah, no, I really encourage people to just do a lot more of exploring it. It's just so much fun. Coming across the geodes is a lot of fun. I mean, I know I heard that they were saying for a bit there that they were going to have like some recipes to be able to mix the new calcite, but that's something I haven't seen. In the update, so either that might come later or whatever. Because I mean, I know the other minerals like the granite and dorite stuff, you can actually mix those. So eventually, they'll probably let us start mixing the new one as well. I have no idea what to do with that tunnel. This one, on the other hand, I got enough that. No, come on. I'll just do it from here. Choo choo, choo choo. And put a little chest or something there. There. That looks nicer. Let's see here. It's the only issue that this week I'm sitting here going like, I don't know what I'm going to do today. A couple of things I was thinking of doing today, I ended up finishing Thursday, and now I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Scream into the void? Ah!
And you have to be in the end to scream.
Oh, I can do that. I mean, I don't know.
Maybe she needs to work on the Star Wars stuff.
Yeah, but the issue is I also have to get a lot of blocks. There's a lot of resource gathering I need to do.
Oh.
Yes, but resource gathering is boring. Talk.
You have so many stories. Oh.
Well, it helps people let it say what stories they want to hear. I don't know.
I want to hear the story again where you went to Mexico by accident.
Considering I still have no idea how that happened.
Fair. Oh.
Anything I need. Favorite part of the season so far? Well, a couple of the share stories. A couple of the Oh, I do have to say, one of my favorite parts of the season actually happened early on. I was put on trial by several other members for my crimes against bunnies. I was judged by a jury of rabbits. I bribed them all with dandelions and carrots, and then bribed the judges all with cake and cookies. So I got out of it. Yeah, that one was fun. Some of the other bits, I've actually, it's been kind of one of the things too, is that it's some of the things that I've really enjoyed about this season are things that are kind of dictating some of the stuff that I plan on doing next season. I know that me and Spider Kumo have plans for another base that's going to be probably roughly about this size, but not so much quartz. Oh my god. We're planning on actually doing an Atlantis build. So that's going to be fun, especially since it really it's going to lend into the fact that we love doing more city builds, but that's going to be still mostly Kumo's thing. For me, actually, what I plan on doing is I'm going to pretty much devote most of my time to the shopping district. Thank you. You also bring me one of my other drinks, please. Thank you. Yeah. A horrible child. Atlantis build in the Nether? No. They don't let us do bases in the Nether. Yeah, it would be fun, but no, we're not allowed to do bases in the Nether. We're going to
another time.
Perhaps another time. Yeah. But we're gonna be doing it probably out in an ocean. See if we can get a hold of a one of the water temples. The ruins there, and turn that into a farm, so that way we can use it to help fund the building. We'll be doing a lot less outsourcing. Let's see. So we're going to be doing Atlantis build, very city build. But I'm going to focus more on working on the shopping district. especially if people are chill with it and want to join in as a market crew. I thought it might be kind of fun to see if we can get a little bit more organization going on to make things easier for people. And I'm also, because, I've never really seen a map district around here, so I've just kind of decided, you know what, I'm just going to kind of build a map district for people who want to use it. You know, it's a place to help organize things and keep things in one area, especially if people are cool with that. But past that, I'm just going to be focusing on the market side, because a lot of things I just find myself enjoying is I love making banners. I like making map art. I actually really love the commerce side. I think it's also because it's sort of the community side of the server. This is literally me and Kumo's first public server we've ever been on. So yeah, it's been loads of fun. And
They're addicted now.
yeah, it's just a lot of fun, and really, really looking forward to next season. I know we've actually gotten a couple offers from some other places for some people to go join their servers, and we're like, yeah, we don't have time for more than what we're already doing. Because, I mean, I'm running another server, myself, a small one called Mabbycraft, which first videos of that will be coming out soon on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, General Pests. Die, 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 watch them die. You in there dropping things?
Gravity doesn't like me much.
Aw.
She likes to remind me that she's in charge. And I'm like, oh.
No, let's come here.
Huh?
I was talking to stuff. Oh no, the kitten has awoken. We're in trouble.
It's all nuts.
Okay. Yep. Really, the diamond in the rough.
Dog. Dog.
Yep. Arabian Nights. Don't get me demonetized.
Fair.
I mean, I know I'm not monetized at the moment, but, you know, don't get me demonetized.
I can show you my world. Shining, shimmering, blocky.
Yes.
Tell me, Stevie, just when did you ask? Let the seed decide.
We still got plenty of space down here. We're definitely going to be adding in more things. We just got to figure out what we're adding in and where. And then I got this wall back here that I'm going to build, because it kind of makes for an interesting effect on the outside, that with this sort of textured black with the sea lanterns in it. We put that around on the outside. When you look through these tinted windows, it gives a really interesting effect. I also need to get some tint to replace this little bit here, because that's just clear glass that got stuck in there because I had to make an opening so that I could get the villagers up here. Oh, and let's see. Stories.
You got a lot of them.
I know, but it's always one of those things of like, which ones to tell?
And then on top of that, which ones can you tell? Because you're a troublemaker.
Yeah, yeah. Definitely got to do something about figuring out how these. This particular setup we got just really is not very efficient. I mean, it may have been efficient a while ago, but it's just not very efficient now. It just does not work very well. I have no idea. Very likely. That kitten hides everything.
He does. Whether it's somewhere on the table.
It might be. You did just sort of stack everything there.
I'm not good at cleaning. What is cleaning if not just taking a mess and spreading it over a water? What can you clean the food? When you have a perfectly good pile that you know what's in it, as long as you made the pile.
But I didn't make that pile.
That's fair. There it is.
I mean, it should be my pile, but it's not.
It's fair.
All right. Wow, we're already 40 minutes in. And it's just me bouncing about doing a hell of a lot of nothing. Yeah.
I'm technically not part of this stream.
Oh, I don't mind you chattering.
You live with me, so...
Yep. Gives me someone to bounce things off of. Bounce. Someone said I did a bass tour as part of the stream, so I've done more than just bounce around. Yeah, true.
That's it.
And I fixed up my other tunnel. Fixed up the tunnel to Oasis, our theme park. There we go. Oh, hey, I got some more leather in here, too.
Let's see.
Up there? No. I also got to get myself a couple bunnies so I can start up my bunny farm again. I actually found a really good design from somebody for a bunny farm that I want to set up. If anything, just so I can practice and perfect it a bit for when we get updates and we get into the 1.18 and actually have a use for bunny hides.
Here's a story on how you met Neil Gaiman. No.
I don't like doing the celebrity stories, especially when I don't know everybody.
That's
Yeah, the tunnel to the theme park is really actually one of my favorite builds so far. I think the other one I really enjoyed doing was the one I did to Never X's. I did for them. They wanted a tunnel, and I actually rather enjoyed doing that one. That was fun. Sorry, chewing.
Almost like I brought you lunch or something.
I know. And dare you bring me a sandwich. Where was I going?
There's how you met Spider.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's just kind of one of those romantic type sappy stories where you swear to God, were we in an anime?
Sappy sitcom.
Yeah, sappy sitcom story of how I met my wife. But I don't know. That's up to everybody else whether they want to hear that or not. Let's see. What was I doing? I hate the fact that the door effect thing actually works even in Minecraft. Dear Lord, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go do this. What am I doing?
The brain is very programmed to see threshold to threshold, even if you're not the one going through it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, sure, okay. Well, yeah. So, anyway, I met Spider. Wow, going on 15 years now, I think, ago, where I had ended up, I was living, at the time I lived in Arkansas, and then Hurricane Katrina. Bunny farms. Yes. Yeah, the bunny farms are fun. As I said, I found a design by somebody. It just seems, I think it's going to be a really cool one. Real simple. It kind of sort of with the similar basis of some of those water bouncy. Okay, that's the wrong way. Those water bouncy ones where you put the animals in and bounce them up, breed them, and then let the babies fall through. And then it's set up in a way to keep the little ones in so that they don't get through even a half slab area. And then you can just wait for them to grow up. Once they're big enough, whap them all, and you're good. You know, so I was very, that would actually be a really good one, as long as I can make sure it works. Yes, a hurricane. Yeah, you'll find very quickly that I tend to get distracted very fast. But yeah, no, Hurricane Katrina ended up chasing me up to, 15 years ago. Like Hurricane Katrina I ended up going up to Pennsylvania because I had a friend up there who had some attic space, and they were like, yeah, you can come stay here. So I moved into a room with them, banged around there for a little bit, and was making some friends, and then ended up having this thing where there was this one lady who was a friend of mine. I ended up moving into an apartment above her. She had she'd gotten this apartment, and I needed to move out of where I was living at the time. And so I was able to cut a really good deal with the landlord who owned the building, and got myself an apartment that was above hers. And that was working fine and whatnot. I watch her daughters every now and then, and hang out, go pick up things for her, that kind of stuff. And then one day, all of a sudden, she just kind of like went utter radio silence on me. I knew she was like dating some new guy. She dated people on and off all the time. And then, but all of a sudden she just went really quiet, and then I didn't see nothing until all of a sudden, because she had been, because I'm a historical reenactor, so I do stuff with like the SCA, and because of the size of our apartments, she ended up having this huge closet space in her place that was like basically under the stairway that went up to mine, and so she was actually storing not just her camp gear for events, because we were both in the same group, but some of mine as well. And and it was just it's like, yeah, no, that was no problem. But then all of a sudden I look out the window and I see she's basically like moved out during a time when I wasn't around. She moved out, and without word to anybody, not even to the landlord. And then just left, and she ended up throwing all of my camp gear out onto the curb, which, mind you, was a really expensive setup. I had a tent that was worth over $1,600. I had a lot of really good cook gear. I had a full kitchen. I had all kinds of stuff that was a full camp setup that, it had my bed boxes. It had everything. And she threw it all out. And I found out was basically because she'd been getting herself in with this new guy she'd been dating, and was telling them that she was like all alone and didn't have anybody she could rely on who could help her out and whatnot, and basically got them to let her move in with them because they were a poly family, and let her move in with them. And which, of course, if she all of a sudden ended up admitting, oh yeah, no, the girl upstairs stores her stuff because we're both part of the same reenactment group, yeah. So instead, she just threw out over $2,500 worth of gear that I have yet 15 years later been able to replace. So yeah, and then, and the great part was, like, fast forward, like, basically 6 months, I suddenly get a call from her, and she's like, hey, got this friend of mine that I live with and whatnot, and she needs to get to a job, and, she needs to get to a job interview. And I'm just sitting here going, frankly, I should tell her, fluff off, just what the cluck, you just, you burned your bridges with me, lady, but instead I'm like, okay, I'll give her a chance, and maybe I could at least, talk with these people, find out what is going on, and whether or not maybe I can get reimbursed, for my camping equipment and stuff. And so I end up coming, I give this lady a ride. She's really nice, and the two of us actually end up hitting it off really well. She was like a woman, mother of two, was living with her two male friends that were part of her little family unit, and then they'd ended up adding my other former friend in with them. And then I find out that, yeah, no, and whatnot. And they were kind of finding it a little fishy when, basically, now suddenly several months down the road, stuff comes up, and all of a sudden she's like calling all these people and stuff when she'd been feeding them this sob story that she was all alone. And suddenly now she's calling all these people. It was like, just really? What? Because like they would have still let her move in with them even if she had told the truth. But yeah, anyway, though, I ended up hitting it off with the group, and became friends with them, and during the course of which I joined their tabletop RPG group. We were playing World of Darkness, and through that, I actually ended up meeting Spider, who was one of their tabletop mates who had also been a friend of the one ladies. I'm trying to think of a way to do this here without. Well, I could just call her Jess. I'll call Jess and Karen. I'll call my former friend Karen. we'll protect their identities this way. Anyway, Jess was DMing a tabletop game, and Spider was one of the people who came to the game, and then some shifting happened because of what ended up happening was Spider was living in New Jersey. And so it was actually a couple hours away. And so what she would do, she had another friend who was part of the group, who he would basically she would drive over to his place, which was like partway over, and then he'd drive them the rest of the way. And then they'd come over and then they'd head back after game, so they come out for the day. And then so I joined the group, and we'd play like once a week. And then it came to a bit where some shifting ended up happening. The other guy who was her ride wasn't able to make it, but she could not make the 2-hour trip by herself. So me, who likes driving, I'm like, hey, I can go down, pick her up, and come back with her, and and then we can all play. And so I would go pick her up. And then after game was over, I would drive her back, and would end up staying the night at her place. She'd still recently just graduated from college and was still living at home at the time with her parents, who are delightful people. So we would do this, and it was like, we were basically spending a grand total of like 4 hours plus some hanging out with each other in her car as we drove back and forth. So we got to know each other, and then she was looking for a roommate, and I was looking to move out of where I was at the time. And so we decided that that we'd move in together. And during which we were also basically just kind of on the sidelines watching the absolute insanity that was going on with Jess and Karen and the other two guys. Because, Karen basically had lied about a lot of things to them. Not just about the whole being alone thing, but that, saying she was poly, when in truth she was just trying to basically, get them to pity her so that she could get the one guy that she was actually interested in to like her. And then, she basically even just tricked him into marrying her. And then after that, it was like no hold bar. It just, me and Spider basically bond on the sidelines watching all of this chaos unfold, basically eating popcorn and then going like, want to move in together? Sure. And then we were just together for so long, after a while, it just became a, want to get married? Well, everyone already thinks we are. So, yeah, that's kind of our story. It's like all the drama and stuff was happening elsewhere, and we were just watching it. And mind you, I've never gotten reimbursed from Karen for the loss of my stuff. What's hilarious is she actually blames, like, everyone else for the basically garbage fire our friendship turned into. And I'm sitting here going, yeah, that really is a story, yeah. But it's like, I just love the fact she blames everyone else for the garbage fire that our friendship turned into, and not herself. It's like, really? You owe me $2,500. And you think I'm just going to sit here and go, oh, besties. You destroyed some really valuable things. It's like the tent alone was full on canvas, handmade. It had been a gift. You know, I can't replace it. It was a one of a kind.
Just we're friends. Where?
Yeah, since when? I mean, I'm sorry, you like totally blasted that into the, you know, the atmosphere. But yeah, it's like, oh, like I say on this one, it's just welcome to my life. I have a lot of stories just like that.
Or 90% of the time, you're just sitting there watching the chaos go down and eating.
Yeah. I spent a lot of times on the sideline just watching all this, going like, "Wow, this is better than soap opera." I mean, there's also the fact that I kind of kidnapped you.
Oh yes. Oh God. The story of meeting me was just. Mwah. It's like I don't really know much about the story from your perspective. I know it from mine.
Yeah. Well, I mean, from my perspective, it was,
Pretty simple from your perspective as far as
well, yeah, it was pretty much, because it's just I saw you and basically saw this young lady who was slowly, you know, before my eyes, completely dissolving into where I was seriously concerned for your safety.
Oh yeah.
You were heavily depressed and seriously to the point where you didn't even have to say, just the way you talked, the way you acted, I was going, yeah.
I'd long lost the will to live.
Yeah. And I was just like, yeah. So I just massively encouraged her to get out of that house because she was in an incredibly abusive situation of neglect and mental and loads of gaslighting. Oh my God, the gaslighting.
You can't live here anymore. Okay, goes to Pack. What are you doing? Packing because you said you could. I can't live here. No. I said you can't live like this anymore. Checks with friend. Is that what she said? No.
No. Yeah, just it was bad, and I was just sitting there going like, yeah, no, I'm going to be seeing this young, young woman just absolutely end up.
You were going to try to message me one day, and there would be no response.
Yeah.
Ever again.
Uh-huh.
But yeah. Now, from I like it. So my perspective is a slightly more complicated, but only a little. Because I started from where it really began, in my opinion.
Uh-huh.
Because where it began was I was in college. I did exactly 1 year of college, and I flunked because it was seminary, and I didn't care.
Yeah, a fake college. Why is that a big deal?
Yes. But hey, I got on academic probation and everything. It was crazy. Anyway, flunked out. But towards the end of my year, I found this game.
No to being a priest.
Yeah, no to being a priest, effectively. Towards the end of my year, I found this little game called Undertale. Found out about it, and I just like, well, this is charming, and I love it. It was one of the first fandoms I got super involved with, and actually, sat there just like, wow, this is cool, the fans are cool. Down with that sort of stuff. Indeed. Mm. And so, I started getting involved with fandoms and started hanging out a lot more on Tumblr and just meeting people and talking to people, starting to make friends. which was new, effectively. And eventually one of my favorite fan artists for this game made themselves a Discord and said, hey, come hang out with fellow fans of Undertale and also fans of my work. And I sat there and said, heck yeah. One thing led to another, and I decided to make a server where we read fan fictions out loud, basically podfics. It's really fun. One of the people on my server said, hey, I've got this friend who writes really good fanfics and just writes good stories. So can we invite her? And I'm just like, yeah, sure, as long as, she meets the requirements. And she did, so brought her in and...
Enter me.
enter Lacey. Well, me, Lacey, and this other person hit it off. We all kind of started...
Oh, thanks for the follow.
Yay! We all kind of started, hanging out, doing some, text roleplay and stuff together, just playing some characters, having a good time. And like I do, because I am easily distracted, I kind of let my other thing, my server die, and just kind of focused on the one thing that was giving me dopamine at the time, because I'd come back.
Well, there were other things, admittedly, that were also leading to the death of that server.
Oh yeah. The people there were kind of crap.
Yeah, it happens sometimes.
It happened because I didn't know how to meet people.
Mm-hmm.
Starting to sound like a text event. It almost sounds like it, don't it?
Uh-huh.
But yeah, no, we were just hanging out and having a good time. Nothing big. Eventually, it wasn't long before, they noticed, hey, she really only gets on when it's really late there. She talks really quietly. And then she's frequently stopping because people keep interrupting her. And eventually there were points where I just stopped, muting myself because I couldn't predict it. And if I shifted my focus from what my parentals were saying at the time, it was death. Hello.
Hello.
Now I'm disappointed. But yeah, well, they started to sit there and say, hey, you realize your family is kind of not great? Your family's kind of crap, you know that, right? And I'm just like, I have my suspicions, but thank you for confirming. And it's just like, yeah. And I'm just like, there's not much I could do about it, though. And then she's,
there's loads of things you can do.
and she's sitting here like, excuse you, you could do a lot. I'm just like, I don't know. Like, you could leave. And I'm just like, leave? That's scary.
Where would I go?
Where would I go? What would I do?
Yeah.
And at first it was still, the thing of like, they started to see just how crappy they were. Very days of our life.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
I riveted.
But yeah.
I know. Listen, I live a sitcom,
I swear we all do. My family's sitting here going like, hey, how dare you exist? And I'm just like, last time I checked, that's your fault. Not saying that, but thinking it. I'm thinking it.
Oh, yeah.
So, eventually, things came to a head and it got really, really bad.
The gaslighting got really horrible as they were basically trying to force her to abandon all her new friends because, they weren't the right sorts.
They were bad influences and,
were
not good people. And my grandmother reportedly saw black figures coming up the stairs, so whatever you're doing down there must be evil. And I'm just like, lady, we are talking about a fictional game where you can befriend skeletons who tell puns. Yeah, real evil.
I know.
It's some real bad stuff.
Oh, just absolutely horrible. How dare.
Yeah. And then eventually, like, so they sat there and told me, hey, why don't you get out of there? And I'm just like, I don't have anywhere to go.
Yeah, so...
And they're just like, excuse you, you could come live with us. And I'm just like, well, that is definitely a place to go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was basically just...
Oh no, why are you bad friend? Yeah, they told me I could come live with them, and I was just like, I mean, yeah, I guess.
I know, the fact that she was just so out of it that she wasn't even really thinking about the fact that, hell, we could have been serial killers.
Oh, no, I did think about it. That was the worst part, was that I sat there and I straight up told you guys, I don't even care if you're serial killers. I won't be mad. Just make it quick. I was done.
Yeah, but we're just going like, baby, no!
Yeah. I was still kind of terrified when I moved in, too. I was, like, terrified you guys were going to send me back, or that, you'd get tired of me.
Yeah, we get to know you and then wouldn't like you anymore.
Mm-hmm. I vaguely had this thought in my head that Spider didn't, because I'd never actively met Spider, I had only heard about Spider. I was convinced that Spider didn't really know about me. She had just kind of, I just kind of showed up and was probably a nuisance. And, which was completely not true, but...
hell, I don't do nothing without Spider also okaying.
Oh, yeah.
Spider, her...
Spider is a goth. Yes, Spider Kumo, Lacey's wife. But, it was just a whole thing. I remember the day that I realized that, no, I do belong here, and this is home. Which, in and of itself, was hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah, that was...
It's getting more goth. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Which was, I was helping doing the dishes while Lacey and Spider were out shopping or something.
Yeah, when we came back, you ended up breaking one.
Yeah, I had basically I positioned them not perfectly and kind of precarious because there basically just wasn't room on the counters. And then 5 plates slid off and shattered, and I was beside myself. I had lost my mind because I was convinced that, well, that's it. They're going to see now that I'm kind of useless, and then I'll get sent back, and it's going to be awful. And so they show up, and I am sobbing, begging not to get sent back to my birth family. Is just sitting here like, I'm so sorry, please, I'm sorry. And they're just like, and in the most sarcastic voice, just. I think it was you. Lacey just let out this, oh no, I guess we have to go to IKEA. And it just broke me for a minute. I just sat there just, what?
So we like load her up in the car and took her down to IKEA to get more plates
And to eat
and then feed her meatballs.
Just hang out. And the whole time I was in this daze, just kind of sitting there going like, what is happening right now?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd never been to IKEA. We didn't have them where I came from. Where I grew up, we didn't have IKEAs. So it was a thing. It was my first trip to IKEA. On top of that, it's just the oh no, let's go to IKEA. It's just like, what? And then we go to IKEA, and I'm just like dazed and lost, like looking around, going like, what is happening? I grew up on the moon, or
She grew up in Missouri.
I grew up in Missouri, which is
might as well be the moon.
It might as well be the moon, but racist.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I grew up in the middle of freaking nowhere. Yeah, it's
Australia.
It's America's Australia. It's not the animals that want to kill you; it's the people. So, whoops. So, yeah, this is just I was so lost on why you guys were being so nice. And then ta-da!
You've obviously not been to Australia.
Well, that's fair. No, I haven't. I can admit that. I have not been to Australia. The people are deadly too.
Mm-hmm.
That is fair. But yeah, it's been much better, especially on top of that. It's like they got me out of the crappy home. They also got me out of the crappy religious experience, because because my particular experience with religion was
basically a cult.
It was a cult, which. As I like to say, lived by the creed of if you're happy and you know it, it's a sin. So, got out of there and moved in with two of the coolest people in the world, in my opinion.
Aw.
And I've been getting nothing but better.
Mm-hmm. And then, basically, we started the proceedings to actually officially adopt her as well. So she is my daughter in truth, not just me just saying, yeah, this is my kid. No, I adopted her. Yeah, I kind of figured you were Australian. You sounded it.
Yeah.
Where are you at in Australia? I mean, what province?
If you don't mind us asking. London? There's a London in Australia? I mean, I am, but that's not hard for me to get confused, so. I live in a perpetual state of confusion. Wait. I bet I understand what's going on here.
She moved?
Yeah, I would say here go. From Australia, moved to England.
There's an East London
is
South Africa. Yeah, okay.
Oh. Okay. Right, the UK, yeah. I'm not gonna lie. They had me take geography in 8th grade, but I had already finished my online schooling by there and said, haha, no. Ah.
With the Cockneys.
But I had already finished my online schooling, and I sat there and said, no. And then senior year of high school, they tried to make me do geography, and I sat there and said, can I take volunteering instead? So...
Your sense of geography is even worse than most Americans?
Yeah. But basically, you sit there and go like, yes, where is Sweden? And I'm just like, that's somewhere over the Atlantic, right? Somewhere in the north.
In this area, point to Russia.
Somewhere around here.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. See, my instinct is sometimes right, but not always. Because you asked me to pick out like one of the like where's Austria, and it's just like, I don't know. Is it this one? Points to somewhere like Hungary. I don't know. Things are. I only know that they're not here. I can barely tell you where the different states are in the middle of Europe. Close enough, right?
Yep.
I can barely tell you where the different things are in the United States. I don't even know what our state capitals are because I don't care.
Well, I hope you at least know the capital of Washington.
I mean, we go there, so yeah, I know that one. I think.
Okay, which one is it?
It's fudge nuggets. I know this one. We go there, Olympia.
Yes.
Yay! I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know that Australia had states. But I don't know a lot of things, so...
I mean, I think there's several bigger ones, really, that are just kind of all together. Let's see, I know Queensland. Shoot. I know more of them, so if I just can't think of them now.
Most of the states in Australia are bigger than Texas.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, they're just pretty large.
Let's see, I know, I find the hilarity, in, like, in Europe, the hilarity of, people, everything's so much more close together than it is in the United States. So you get people who sit there and say, oh yeah, I have to go for a 40-minute drive to get to XYZ, and it's just like, well, why would you even go there then? That's really far. And it's just like, and in America, it's just like, oh yeah, it's just a 45-minute drive to get to work. And it's just like, what? States and 2 territories. Australia is about the size of the USA without Alaska. Yeah. It's the funny thing of how distorted the maps get. So you sit there and go like, oh, Australia? Well, that's about the size of Texas, right? And it's just like, no. It's really quite big. And then you have Europe, which can mostly fit within Texas. Or at least, like, I believe
Yeah, it's very different. I know one of these days I want to get to Europe. I'd like to make a trip there someday.
You mean, I've always wanted to go to Europe just because history. It's old and cool.
Mm-hmm. That's one of the main reasons I want to go is because it's old and cool.
Like, I want to go to Europe. I want to see places. Mostly, I'm just like, I'm done with all the stuff in America. It's all Manifest Destiny, this, and we grew this land from nothing, that, and it's just like, no, you didn't. Shut up. Can we go somewhere else?
No, I need to do this here so I can. Just gotta go down, sleep real quick. Oh, someone else is doing it. All right, awesome.
Mm-hmm. Australia sits over Europe. I mean, if you turn the map upside down.
Well, I mean, at the same time, it's like which orientation is correct.
No, it's true. It is a sphere, and it hangs in space, and there is no up in space, so it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
Not really.
Yeah.
Size-wise, yes. Yeah, I have it. Accurate. But I would also say that most things too. Europe is tiny. Although that's really, it's really impressive because that's a lot of things that is, yeah. They managed to pack quite a bit of culture into such a tiny space. Did your bees die?
I hear them.
Huh? It's heavily populated, yeah. We got,
I don't know what's going on.
I mean, so are places like, dear goodness, there's a lot of culture and in the rest of the world, and America sits here and gets caricatures of it, and I sit here and just like, I'd like to see the real thing, please. I want to go experience it rather than, get it sifted through somebody else's experience. 25 million.
That's like, half the population of New York City.
Well, they're more spread out.
I know.
And you've got huge chunks of land that don't have anybody in it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Wyoming. So does that make Australia the Wyoming of the world?
No.
Or does that make Wyoming the Australia of the United States?
Maybe.
No, Wyoming has all the people compared. That's fair. There's just it's really funny because there's a lot of people in the world, but at the same time, you sit there and you go like, there's so many, but there's also sometimes in certain places so few, and it's just like, wait, I thought there'd be more than this. Farms the size of whales.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I see how you have spelled that, and that amuses me, because I know what you're actually on about, but it amuses me, because I sit here and, yes, farms the size of whales. You must have very big whale. But yeah, no. What Wales is they broke up the one the size of Texas. Well, that was just getting too ambitious. I mean, we already say, even the rest of the United States looks at Texas and goes, "You're practically a country unto yourself." Texas looks at Texas and goes, "They're practically a country."
I know. They keep threatening to
secede.
Yeah, to secede from the Union, and the rest of us are all like,
Do it!
"Do it!"
Just like, yeah, do it. Heckin' do it. Woof. Western Australia is the size of many countries.
Mm-hmm.
That is fair.
Can't say it's one thing that I'm still looking for is more player heads so I can put around as various employees around the park. So if anybody wishes to donate the player head, you can either come here to Oasis, and out front there's a spot set up. It has a bed to set in and some bows and arrows so you can shoot yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you'd like, there's also a setup over at the Pest Place in the shopping district. I would not mind a head or two, or if you have some spares.
Largest not country space. Not gonna lie, I didn't understand that one. But I have no brain, so. I share three brain cells with like 5 people, and they're borrowing the brain cells for today. So no thoughts, head empty. With state of problem. Gotcha. Yeah, as far as I'm aware, isn't Australia like the largest country technically? Because no, it's.
I mean, I know it's the largest island country.
Largest, yeah.
I'm not sure if it's the largest country in the world.
No, it's not the largest country.
Yeah, I think Russia has that title.
Yeah, I think so. And I believe it's like China gets that one.
Oh, China?
Maybe,
okay, it might be China.
Also, after I don't know. Let's see. China or Russia? Yeah. It's like, yeah, I'm one of those people that I sit here and I go like, I mean, I'm a homebody. I like being USA is bigger. That's fair. I do like staying at home, but I also am that person who sits here and goes like, but I want to travel the world and do things. And yet I am also painfully aware that I am painfully American, which means I barely know my own language, let alone anyone else's.
I mean, it is one of the things that is actually because English has become kind of the lingua franca. There are a lot more people who speak it worldwide, so it's not as bad these days traveling. But, it's usually nice to at least learn a few words and phrases. And travel and stuff is what's going to expand your horizons. And
do it, you can unlearn that. Fair. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've always wanted to travel.
I know she's been debating about going to college in Germany.
Mm-hmm. just because it's overall cheaper than going to college here. I mean, it's not by a whole ton cheap. It's not like it's completely like scot free. Like I don't have to pay anything ever. But it's cheaper to go to college, not in this country, than it is in this country, which is sad.
Okay. Oops.
Just take a phrase book and do it.
Someone left a shulker box over here on the side of the mountain. And it just says shulker on it here. Don't know whose it is. A lot of random stuff.
Just do it. Yeah, I do want to actually travel the world. I just need to, have things like money. Because surprisingly, I do have to have to pay people to travel, and then also to eat.
Can't help myself. I have to organize everything.
Meh.
Yeah, I did check the shulker box. I don't know. How do I check it?
Also, hi, yeah.
Yes, hello. But yeah, you can check and see whose it belongs to. I was just flying over here and all of a sudden saw this purple thing and went, wait, what's that? Is that shulker?
Mod powers off.
Ah, yes.
Those are helpful.
Hello.
But yes, I'd love to see the world. I suppose we could always stow away on a boat.
Okay, awesome. Yay!
Traveled at 30, that was too late, yeah. I'm like in my mid-20s now. I can say that. I'm 25, and it's just like, I want to go and see the world. Just, have to be able to do that. Because money is elusive.
Let's see what some of the other people have done here.
Mm-hmm.
See, dream, because it's like we're getting on to the last, half hour here, so I might as well look at the book. See, let's build an evil outpost in our landscaping project. The Lucius Lava Lord's ludicrous labyrinthal layer has been found. Lambrianthrical. Okay.
Labyrinthical?
Yeah, but he spelled it with an M, so it's lamb.
Labyrinthical.
Mm-hmm. Jacobus built some things for more things.
Mm-hmm.
Played Dolphin Soup and played Hangman with Dark Solid and Mrs. Coconutty.
Cool.
Yes, and I could say about the one with Jacobus, I told Spider that he played Dolphin Soup, and she was really excited, and then was disappointed that she couldn't find his stream because he streamed while she was at work, and she couldn't find a replay of his stream on his Twitter or Twitch. So it was like, yeah, she was disappointed. She wanted to see what he got. Let's see, on creative server, made progress on season 8 storage area design. Cool. Skeleton horse shenanigans. Rika Nakamura continuing the dreaded Howl's Moving Castle. That's taking too long. Impish Fox, we made a lot of plans for today, but only finished one. It's okay though. It was awesome. It's fine. 21 Duns. Pranked Bexy in response to her blatant disregard for fish safety protocol and for her return to my desert. I also messed with broken villagers and did a long base tour segment. Sentinel 888 finished off 1/4 of my tower minigame and rode a train. Toured around town for a bit and shared the Nintendo Wii again. Duck Hunt Deluxe is a fun minigame, by the way. Phonochirp Built an entire single floor of like 10 for my Shulker Tower fall mini game. Tried to play Xanam's Duck Hunt game to show up SNL, but someone broke it. Not pointing fingers at who. Hid this book. Bexy ran around my base and saw the prank Duns did on me yesterday. Made a cute bee enclosure with some floating heads and a sunflower tree. Was asked to eat a lemon. Yes, I remember the lemon. Lemon.
I'll eat a lemon, but
you could eat a lemon, especially if you chop it up and you soak it in sugar. Or some people prefer using like sweet and low because it makes it even sweeter.
Or there's me who just straight up eats lemons because I enjoy them because my taste buds don't work.
Yeah, but if you dip them in that and stuff, it like neutralizes some of the acid. Hey, Bexy, you have newbies. Let's see, Slumperd did a little base tour, made windmill blades, gave Zelianos the dragon some treasure on to hoard. Jinx, quick base tour, then started work on the exterior of the next building on Island 3. Origami Tiger started on the body shape for my submarine, bred bees for Bexy, made some armor stand stuff, did not swear at them, wanted to. Okay, so what did I do?
I know I kind of took over your stream at the end, I'm sorry. What could I say? I'm an extrovert, I talk, and I don't shut up.
See, base tour. Told.
So,
It's so true. Oh, does this make people wonder?
I'm an ADHD person too. See, I don't know. I haven't actually been diagnosed, but it's just a strong possibility.
Yeah, Spider, as her career, works with people with developmental issues, and she took psychology in school, so she's actually fairly sure, but since she's not a certified doctor, she can't
Give a diagnosis.
But we're pretty sure.
Yeah. If someone would I wouldn't be surprised. I feel that that is an accurate description.
Right. Get that all on hand so I have it.
Sorted.
I definitely need to go make sure I make some more rockets.
Yeah, I definitely need to get the ADHD sorted.
Mm-hmm.
That was part of the problem whenever I went to the other college.
Yeah, because it does lead you to some issues. I've been telling you to go talk to a psychiatrist.
Yeah, but that means I have to make phone calls.
Well, yes, and you also need to make some phone calls over the other issue of recent thing happening with your bios.
Yeah.
And you've got to do that sooner than later.
That one I should probably do at some point.
Yes, because that is, well, I wouldn't say just today.
Well,
it's almost 3 right now. Well, today you can at least look up phone numbers.
It's true. That is correct. I will do that.
Okay, let's see. I'll return these, make some rockets, and then probably come back to the hub to meet up with, I believe, Yes, diagnosed at 36. Yeah, it sucks to have such a late diagnosis.
Yeah.
I mean, oftentimes it's like one of those things of like, oh, hey, at least now I know what was wrong. Other times, though, it's just the God, how much easier things would have been if I'd known sooner.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I didn't know I was, some of the issues I have, like dyslexia and stuff, until I was in college.
Mm-hmm. My parentals, my biologicals vaguely knew about some of my issues, but they sat there and said, like, oh, we don't want to get you diagnosed because we don't want you to have to deal with the labels. And it's just like, no, you just didn't care, nor did you want to spend the money.
Oh, yeah, no. The phrase I heard that made me completely hate her biological parents, well, you always burn the first pancake. These are children, Karen.
Children, second of all, no, not when you know what you're doing.
Night.
Good night.
Yep.
Sorry, I just saw. Sorry.
Yeah. Yes. So we'll be meeting up here soon for Servant Wolf. So. Yeah, round and around and around we go. Flower banner. Oh, I got another one. Oh, some more sea lanterns. That's good. I'll put those over there. All right. So I got. I need to put in some sort of like fast travel route thing just to get around in here. This place is getting so big. AK man. Yes, I'm just finishing up on this one, and then I'll be popping on for the after a break, popping on for the next stream. Like yes, after about after this stream ends, an hour later, I'm going to be streaming again. Only this time with Caveman. We're going to be streaming a Bedrock chicken block. These have space. Yeah, put that there. Woo! Chicken block! Right. I'm just going to be passing this stream off to Sturban in about 4 minutes. Right. All right. So, anything in here? Just some cute kitties and a horse. All right. Well, let's see. That's how to spell it. Okay, over here, and then it's Sturban on. There he is. You ready to trade off soon? Kitty! We do not have any extra fishies, or I would go get them and save. Alright. Let's see, should we? And bump, and boop, and boop. Ah. Yes, I'm crushing my face. See, only if he wants to. Crash. No. Twirly, twirly, twirly. Boop. Hello. I have such a strong urge to knock him off. I mean, it's not even like he'd fall far.
Hello.
Hello.
Been more or less in between seeing the stream and not seeing the stream.
Ah.
last minute checks.
Always fun.
Making sure that I have everything.
Yeah, I know how that is. Well, we got all the stuff, and I got my my chat telling me to push you off the side.
How dare they?
This is Minecraft.
How dare they want that?
Here's the book, and you get a skull as well.
Okay. A skelly horse. So I have
Uh-huh.
to pass all this to Backdraft when he's
Yes,
next.
you'll be passing it off to Backdraft. So, yay!
Okay.
All right. You have yourself a
Well.
great stream, and I'll be passing everybody off to you in a moment.
Sure. Let me just pump up the volume and start heading my way.
Okay. Just let me know when you're ready for them.
Oh, I already started the stream.
Oh, okay. All right, I'll pass them off your way then. It's like
Okay.
it's like less than like 5 minutes. I'm good. It's like, what am I going to do in 5 minutes? Sit here and sing a song?
I mean,
Don't ask chat. They might say yes.
All right. I'm sending the raid your way. Have a great stream.
You too. Well, have a great rest of the day. And I believe you said you were gonna do a stream after everything is done?
In another hour I'm going to be streaming with First Class Caveman, we're going to be playing the Bedrock Chicken Block. It's basically Skyblock but with chickens.
Okay, so 2 streams back to back.
Yeah, pretty much. It's just how things ended up going. I'm just like, I'm going to be so tired tonight.
Well, good luck with that then.
Yeah.
See ya.
See ya. I'll be popping out of the other chat here. Raid. Let's double check his name. There we go. And so anyway, we'll see everybody here soon. You guys all have a great night. Say hi, give love from Lacey, and everybody, be well, stay safe, and for God's sake, this summer, make sure you use sunscreen. Raid, counting down. All right. Here and